go to war over phones, you know, because it's very important that people need to connect to their loved ones. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Nate Almighty, aka the Global Dark Skin Ambassador. Shout out again to everybody, all the fans and subscribers. I consider y'all what I like to call the family from the Almighty Nation. Shout out to y'all for helping me get to 500 subscribers. I also got to 600 subscribers today. It'll probably be a little more than 600 subscribers by the time I drop this. But yeah, I want to say thank you, you all. You, and you. Thank you. I'm back with another Rikers Island video. This one is number 19. We're going to talk about who runs the phones. NC-74, Rikers Island, period. Phone etiquette. Who makes phone calls, who doesn't make phone calls. This is how it goes. Okay, so when you get to the island and you're settled in your house or your mod, unless the police are controlling the phones, they either allow the inmates to deal with the phones however they deal with it, or they would have whoever they appoint to run the house run the phones. How the phone situation goes is the gang that runs the house is usually on the phone the most. They get the most phone time because they are extorting people. They have people's PIN numbers. They're using people's PIN numbers, or they're having their day room dummies give them phone calls for free. So, you know, they waste their time a lot of time of the day, spending hours talking to some girl who's probably cheating on him with his best friend. You know, why they act like they that guy. As far as it was for me, I wasn't in any dominant gangs. So it's as simple as this. If you're a person who was like me, going into Rikers Island, it's either people respect you from your name, even though you're not in the gang, so you go in there, you still get to do what you want without any problems from anybody who might have something to say, who has any type of power in the house, because someone else who has a high rank in there can vouch for you, say, yeah, that's my man. He's not soft. He will fight. He wants to fight to be on the team. And if people don't know you, then that means they're expecting you to be with it and give up phone calls, and you're not gonna be using the phone like that. There's usually more than one phone. When the whole house gets in trouble, they'll take away all the phones, or they'll have just one, but there's usually at least two, sometimes three. So it'll usually be maybe one particular phone is only for the gang members that run the house, and then the other phone will be for the people who technically don't run the house, but for whatever reason they still official. You know, there are a lot of dudes NC-74 like myself who still official, still will punch anybody in the face, willing to get their ass kicked or dish out an ass whooping at any point. And those guys who are like me, if people already know your name when you get into the house, then it's regular, you know. You just grab the other phone and you use the phone. You know, pretty much. That's as simple as that. Now, when they expect you to be with it, they expect you to be with it. Things that happen when they expect you to be with it is, if you're a day room dummy and you sitting in a day room, they'll call you. They'll be like this. Come to the phone. They will tell you, walk up to them while they're on the phone. Their phone call hangs up. They'll tell you to put in your PIN number and make another phone call for them. Now, if you're a deadroom dummy, this is really humiliating for you because your mom or your girlfriend or your sister or whatever family member cares about you, they take time out their hard-earned check just to put money on your account for you to give it to another man and not even call them most of the time, you know. That's crazy. Me personally, the extorting people for phone numbers thing, that was reserved for the gang members. But what I got off on was my mother accepted collect calls. So once I used the amount of phone calls that I could personally use for the day, I would get collect calls from anybody in the house, no matter who it was, and then I would literally just be on the phone all the time for whatever amount of time that I wanted to be on it. Granted that somebody I was cool with ain't have to use the phone at the time, you know, it's pretty civilized. So I was just banging out 2-3 collect calls a day on top of the 6-minute or the 15-minute that you get to use every day. And you know, it was cool, you know. You'll sit down on the phone, have little quiet phone sex in the corner with your girl, or you'll call your mother. I would have my mother on collect call, 3-way, girls or other family members, people I'm cool with from back in the town. And you know, it was like that. Now, the thing about the phones is that it can get real at any point. A lot of fights break out. Fights that turn into riots break out over phone time. For example, if somebody expects you to be a dating dummy, or they expect you to be soft, and they feel like you're on the phone for too long, they will literally walk up to you while you're on the phone. You could be talking to your dying mother, a dying grandmother, pregnant girlfriend, and they will hit that click to cancel your phone call just to get you off the phone. And that gets gangster after that, depending on who that person is who just got violated. Me personally, honestly, that hasn't happened to me, but I've literally seen with my own eyes a guy who thought he was tough goes to a dude he don't know because he thinks that dude is soft, clicks, ends his phone call, and then usually a gangster dude will take that hard phone, because those phones are hard. These are like the old school phones where you gotta type in a number and it comes with like the long cord and stuff like that, and the hard phone part. I've seen dudes get their phone calls clicked and then they immediately, boom, crack the person over the head with a phone. I've seen a dude get cracked in the nose, get his nose broke. Like, people go to war over phones, you know, because it's very important that people need to connect to their loved ones. And if someone's having a bad day and you think they soft and you bang their phone call, you're liable to get hurt. Moral of the story, don't go to jail. Then you won't have to deal with this, man. That was it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Rikers Island Story, number 19. Holla at me. Thanks again, y'all.